the view of the hotel window. Lovely, isn't it? No, it's not. I'm on a ferry. So unless the hedge is floating past, you can probably work out by looking around the room exactly where I am. Yep, here we are on a ferry, and we are now just been rudely awoken at, I think the time is 5 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock French time. What does the O stand for? Oh my goodness, it's early. So let's go up and find Simon, who's gone already up to the canteen, see if we can have a spot for breakfast. And then it's in the car, and it's quite a few hours of hard driving. So great that we had at least 4 hours sleep, just to sort of perk you up, ready for that long travel. So let's go and find out where he is. On the screen closed. Sorry, mate. New boat belonging to Brittany Ferries. Don't really know my way around. So apparently the restaurant was down on that side, and now down there, the sign below says to come back up. So let's have another look. So a breakfast to start us off. Looks like they can't even manage a fried egg for nearly 20 quid. Never mind. It's a new boat. It's been painted. New decor. Everything. What a great breakfast. Come on, Brittany Ferries. You can sort that out, can't you? Doesn't take much, does it? I know it's all pre-cooked and just heated up in a microwave. Don't even have a chef to cook anything anymore. But could do a bit better. Have a go, will you? Bonjour, willkommen, howdy, and welcome to the channel. So, as you can probably guess from looking behind me, I am not in the UK at the moment. So, I'm in France, and I'm following up on a lead that I've been given about a scrapyard this time. Not military base, as in my previous videos, but this is a scrapyard, and apparently it's absolutely stuffed with wonderful and interesting bits of kit. I do believe that the owner has collected a lot of military detritus over the years, and that includes elements that might have been taken off of ranges. So you and I know, if you're into that sort of thing, that some French military ranges do hold some really interesting bits of kit, mainly stuff left over from World War II. So I'm not promising anything, and I'm probably not going to be able to film on the location, but certainly if we do find anything of interest, and if we do bring anything back, I'll certainly be sharing that with you. So come with us on the journey as we travel down all the way through France, really nearly down to the south, and let's go and see what we can find in this scrapyard and see what we can drag back. Just taking a break on our way down to this scrapyard. Needed to use the bathroom, to be honest, and looked out over here, and you can find so many relics of the Second World War still knocking about in the French countryside. So this is immediately post-war, and we can actually see it. So these are the artificial runway strips that were used mostly by Americans, mostly to start with. But these are particularly the French ones, because you can see they've got these holes in the dimples. The US ones and the ones that we used in the British Army used to have a complete hole here. But down here, this one hasn't been pressed out. and there's no edging on it, so there's probably a reject from the factory, I would suggest. And this one, and what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You kept that garden intact.
You can see that in the factory these were stamped out, and then this must have been the end of a run, so they haven't stamped out the connectors or put the holes in the dimples. So it just shows you how they were made. So they must have been made like this in a sheet, and then the machine came along and then printed out all the holes and bits. So that's probably why these ended up here, because they haven't been finished off or formed properly. You can see there, like half of it is actually in good nick and the rest isn't. So, very interesting. Great to see. Bits of military kit still knocking about in the French countryside. Let's get going. We've still got miles to cover. Telehandler ahead. We weren't really able to film at the scrapyard, but there was an enormous amount of kit. There was other people sort of milling around looking at buying stuff, so like everything was for sale. Rested and had breakfast and petit déjeuner in a lovely Ibis here just outside of Tours on the way back to the UK. It's not as cold as the UK, but still a little bit nippy. So this is the Jeep we picked up. I'll give you a once over it quickly. We brought it back on a trailer this time rather than using the lorry, just because we were only bringing one and it just seemed a bit overkill to take an enormous 20 odd ton lorry just to bring back one Jeep. So it's trailerized. What we have done is, because the tow vehicle is of a certain height, we wanted to sort of make sure that the Jeep, well, on the back of the trailer didn't exceed what we were towing it with, really, so it would fit on the ferry nice and easily. So to do that, we took the wheels off. So the Jeep's mounted on some wooden blocks that we've got in there. So we're all done. The Jeep weighs 1.7 tons, fully laden, so it's got the extra axle in there as well, but there's no fuel in it and there's stuff missing. So basically we're carrying about 1.8 tons, 1.9 in the back, and there's the weight of the trailer, which easily comes under the towing capacity of the Volkswagen we've got in front. So everything is tickety-boo, everything is meeting requirements. We've even got our UK sticker. I'd much rather have it say GB, but there we go, that's what we have to do these days. So, it's back on the motorway, let's get up to the port, let's see what the authorities say. We've obviously got a sales receipt, and we've got exportation paperwork, because it's all really complicated. But as you've seen in my videos before, no matter how many times I do this, there is always a problem. So, we'll get this over to the UK, and we will unpack it, and we'll show you as we're unpacking it, and then depending on what sort of condition the engine's in, because I really don't know, we will try and do a first start on it, but that'll probably be either later on this video or a separate one for you. So enough chatting, much more driving, and we better get on with it. Ta-ta for now.